Hello, true art believers, and welcome to the second installment for today's live art stream. As I said, I'm running a bit behind on my live streams, and I'm trying to play a little bit of play a game of catch up, essentially. And so today is day 429, and I need to catch up today. What day is it? Again, I keep forgetting. I gotta catch up to 431, so I got a few days ahead of me. I'm going to be doing a couple days where I do 2 live streams a day, so I can get caught up and I feel a little bit better about myself. Anyways, today is going to be a cactus, or right now we're going to be drawing a cactus because usually on Sunday, which is not Sunday, but today is the day that I normally, this day is the day that I would be doing a Sunday drawing. Day 429. And so we're going to be doing a cactus drawing. So without further ado, let's begin. I hope you're doing well. So we're just going to set up some things here. Let's close this screen out here, and we're going to try to do a cactus drawing as fast as humanly possible. I usually try to do one in 30 minutes, and probably in less. So we're just going to start out with pressing G. I'm going to move to let's move to this color. See what that looks like. Okay, we'll use that. Who cares? We use this color. Oopsie daisy. Trying to move this away here. There we go. Move it like that. And let's do our background. And here we go. What we got to find here is what am I looking for here? No, we don't want that. The ellipse, and we're just going to press a bunch of shift buttons. Oh, wow, man. I'm actually grateful that I'm able to do this today because are able to hit two live streams today. It's very difficult, but I have a good support system in my house. And even though they don't think it, I always appreciate the help. Oh, whoa, that's not the circle I want. These aren't the circles you want. So we're going to hit some circles here. Here we go. There we go. Get that there. Get it. All right. I think that's some good circles here. And maybe a little small circle. Nope. It's a little bitty circle right there. And press G. I'm going to fill this up with a color that, where's the, yeah. Oh, whoa, that's intense. We'll use that because it's so intense. That's a very intense color. And yep. Here we go. We're working on it. So I'm just really thankful that I'm able to do this. You know, as I said, it's very hard to do these live streams when you miss a day or two. It can be very challenging, and you know, the fact that I'm still doing them is a testament to my just unwillingness to give up, because there's been many a days where I could have just said nope, I don't like this to me, but where I could have just said no, right? I could have just given up and not given up, but definitely just taken a break, right? It's easy to take those breaks. I think I would like to have taken some breaks. Yeah, so I'm just going to play around with some of these brushes here. What about if I use some chalk? I don't know. I don't know if I like the chalk. It reminds me. Let's see here. Vinyl brush. I think the vinyl brush is the one I liked a lot. So we're going to mess around with the vinyl. You know, and just kind of scribble it on here. Like that. You know, no, treat it like it's paint, you know, it's kind of moving around, not really worrying about the outcome. that's what I kind of like when and each one's different. Like each one of these live streams or each one of these paintings or like these backgrounds vary. I've always just kind of treated them differently each time. Just having fun with them, essentially. And that's what I've been trying to do, is try to change it up and just use different brushes. Actually, I don't use as many brushes as I used to. I kind of like, I don't know, I kind of just pick a few and go with it and see what happens. But I'm just happy that I'm able to kind of just stick with this and do these live streams, even though there's a million and one reasons why I could just kind of like stop doing them. I could say I need a break, and there could be some truth to that, because there are days that I do need a little bit of a break. Some days I just need some sort of a break here and there, and I wish some days I do need a break, and I wouldn't feel too bad if I did take a break every now and then. It's a round detail. Let's see what this flat tilt. Just kind of seeing what these brushes do. What about this flat directional? That's kind of cool. It's like black. Oh yeah, I like the scraping effect of it. Just gonna add a little bit of that there. These brushes like remind me of painting all the time. So I think I'm done with this background. Maybe what if I did like a white? I don't usually use a lot of white. Maybe I do something like this but like have a really like a whiter like stroke. I don't know. Maybe if I do something smaller. I don't know if I like that. I think the brush variety I don't think I need to have smaller brush variety. I think I'm done with this one. I think I'm done with the background. And now it's time to just kind of go ahead and start on the cactus. 8 minutes. Kind of took a little long on that one, but that's okay. I'm a little bit off. But I'm just really, really thankful to be able to do these live streams and keep up. I just have to say be thankful for my family and just like allowing me to do this. Not that they should be allowing me, but like just what would you call it? Like there's a definite word for it. Just a being more. I don't know what they would call it. Like, let's see. I don't know. That they're mindful. There's got to be a word that I can use that would. I don't know. I don't know the word for it. I'm sorry. I'm just drawing a blank at the moment. Anyways, I think that's that. For the line work, kind of do a simple. I always do this. I always keep it simple. I don't really change the platform, like the style. That's always. Actually, I do change the style. The cactuses have really just changed dramatically. As time has progressed, they've gotten just more and more weird or more and more lax. They just become like this more of, I don't know, they've become more, they've changed. I can't really explain how they've changed. They just changed. They've changed. Yeah, they've changed. They've moved and become something else. Right? So let's go ahead and color these. We're gonna do a quick color. Press B. And then we're gonna go ahead and make a bigger brush. But yeah, they've like adapted. They've kind of matured, or I've gotten like more relaxed with them, right? They've become like these very simplified shapes, and I don't care. I don't care if they look like this. I don't care. I kind of like how they how they kind of grow and change in time. Like they just get different, and they get more unique. They get a little bit, they get. I just change them as time progresses, and sometimes they're better, sometimes they're worse. This one's going to be a little bit more. I'm going to be a little bit more like loose with the background here, or with the shapes of these cactuses, you know. And so that's how I'm going to experiment with this one. The If you look at this, like it's really kind of jagged, and I kind of want it like that. So I kind of want it like that, and so that's kind of not a new thing. It's not like I haven't done this before, but it's something I'm doing now, and I just want to kind of play around with that and see how I like it for a while. I like to kind of mix it up, mix these cactus drawings up from time to time. And I don't know how long I'm gonna do this. I think I'll probably stop once I do 1,000. Once I do 1,000, I'll stop. Like, I need to do something else. Yeah, because that's when I'll probably stop. Is when I do 1,000, and I'll do something else after that. Who knows what I'll do? Right? It's always up. It changes. Like everything changes. So I'm gonna put P here. It's gonna kind of fill this in. So I don't know how I want to make this cactus here, but I'm just going to be kind of loose with it and just kind of move it around and see how I like it. And yeah, we're going to erase some of this using the eraser, but we're going to be using a hard edge eraser. So that's what we're going to do. So there's going to be it's going to have like a softer edge to it. So that's what I'm going to be doing in here. Give it a kind of a profile, essentially. Like that. And we're just playing around, man. Just playing around, changing it up a bit, and then hoping that it works out for the best. Each one of these cactuses is essentially kind of like a drawing experiment. I'm always doing something slightly different. I'm approaching the cactuses different each time, and I don't really hold them. Like, look at this. This is kind of sloppy. I don't know what I want. Do I keep this? Maybe. Some of this I'm going to keep. I'm going to keep some of this. Maybe keep some of this. That. Keep some of this. Like that. And then use the eraser again and kind of change the shape a little bit. Kind of make it more jagged. Like that. And, we might be in business. Like that. Right? Yeah, that's pretty good. And let's move this layer. Just kind of move it down here. Yeah, do that. And I think that's that for the cactus shape. Notice how it's kind of like transparent in some of these areas. If you look in here, you can see that fade. I'm going to leave it like that. I don't really care. I think it's going to kind of be a nice escape from what I normally do. And so now let's begin by adding the background in there. Just kind of show the background. Yeah, let's go. Let's do it to it. Get this, get my texture brush. Oh, wow. I don't really have much to say anything anymore. Like, normally when I'm doing these cactus drawings, I'm kind of really focused on them all the time. Every time I do one of these cactus drawings, I'm always kind of like talking about what I'm doing as opposed to talking about other things, because I'm kind of like, I'm not really in the zone, but I'm more focused on making these a little bit better, a little bit more dynamic than some of my other drawings. Like I'm more concerned about getting these a little bit more refined, even though they're not refined, because they're gonna be finished drawings. You know, it's gonna be, once I'm done, it's gonna be a complete piece. Even though you might not think it's a complete piece, it's gonna be a complete piece in my mind. And so because of that, I try to kind of just I really try to focus on that. And sometimes I kind of zone out. Like I just kind of like focus on the task at hand and kind of get the image done as fast as I can. You know, because I'm trying to get them done in like 30 minutes, not 15 minutes, but like, you know, really I'm trying to do them quickly, or quick, like, who knows. And sometimes if I were to kind of veer off course, it could make the drawing take longer than it really should, you know? So now what we're going to do, not yet, we're going to add, let's see here, highlight here. This little highlight here, not right there. That's going to be changed. And I'm just going to be really lax with this. Don't really care if it's not square. That's kind of the appeal of doing it this way, where I'm just kind of like not worried about whether it makes sense, like the frames make sense, because this is not going to be perfect drawing. Like this, obviously, it's going to be like kind of like a stylized square object. So that's what I'm trying to go with. I'm trying to stylize it a little bit when I do this, kind of make it a little bit more fun, more interesting, and so forth. And we're going to make this a little bit darker right here, kind of like right here and here, maybe more dark right here, like that. And then maybe make this area even darker right here. Like kind of do it almost obnoxiously dark, and then maybe right here we go even brighter. So something like really bright, like that. And then maybe right here we kind of make this dark, like this. There you go. Let's do something like that. Who cares? We'll just do that. Leave it like that. Who cares? I think I'm gonna add some dark purple. We're gonna do this, and I'm gonna add some dark purple on this layer right here. I think that'll be good. A little bit of dark, a little bit of purple. And now let's go ahead and add one more little touch here. One more touch, like this. And then we're gonna go ahead and add a little bit of orange, a little bit of orange flare here. Ooh, I think that's too close to that. What about this? Let's kind of, I think we're gonna have to go ahead and do this. I always use this color. I was trying to escape it, but it's the only, it just stands out. You know, just kind of stands out a little bit right here. So we're just gonna kind of add that around these areas. And then on this, we're gonna add some orange so it stands out right here a little bit. There we go. Now let's go ahead and go to the Sandman. And we're doing pretty good, I think. I don't know. The sand doesn't take too long for me. You know? I'm just going to kind of get the sand in there, dial it in real quick, and kind of just wing it. You know? Just really go at it. Just kind of woo, woo, like this. Just going to add this texture here real quickly. And we're just going to make it real dark over here, like this. Maybe even darker. Maybe even darker than that. Like that. Maybe even like really dark. And let's like add like super hyper, like a dark yellow or something like that. Maybe. No, we won't do that. We'll add some more of the intense yellow on this side here. And let's add some of the orange, like a dark orange here. There you go. So we're adding a little bit of the color to the from the background to the foreground like that. And now we're gonna go ahead and do the cactus. 10 minutes to work on the cactus. That sounds like that's like a good time. I'm making good time. And I'm happy about that. I'm trying to do these cactus drawings really quickly. I really am. I'm trying to do them not as fast as I can, but I'm trying to not like dwell on my decisions when I'm working on them. And in the past, I used to dwell on them. I used to like really brood about like, oh, is this the right? Am I doing this right? You know? And I used to kind of dwell on them. And now I'm just kind of like, let's get this over with. Let's get this over with so I can go ahead with my day. I got lots to do. I want to chillax, yada, 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 you know? And so I've been very, very like chill, and I've gotten to the point where I don't really mind. I don't mind the final outcomes as much. I used to be very like not strict about it, but I definitely would overly scrutinize, but not anymore. Now I'm just pretty much like, let's do this. We're just going to kind of wing it and see what happens. Hope for the best, right? And that's what I try to do now. Is I just kind of I just try to get this cactus, try to get the cactus looking as good as I can in the time frame allotted. I want to stress that I don't want to work too long on them, because as I said, I want to get these done in like 30 minutes. And if you are like obsessing about it, right? If you're overly conscious, if you're, I don't know, is consciousness like you're overthinking it, it can ruin the drawing. So I'm trying to be more like, I guess, present with it, and just accepting that there will be mistakes, and I'm not focusing on like worried about it so much. I'm not focusing so much on all the errors. I'm just kind of letting the draw become what it is. And if it's a good drawing, it's good. If it's not, I'm not going to be upset that I didn't achieve the perfect cactus drawing, because I'm doing one a week, And when you do something over and over again, the drawings, even though they're important to you, they become less and less precious, meaning that like you don't worry so much anymore if it's the perfect outcome, because each one has their own like unique quality to them. They all have something very beautiful to them in the end. They all have some interesting quality. They have something that you did at the time that you weren't doing, in other drawings, and you can appreciate them for what they are. And so that's kind of a nice thing to come from doing so many of the same thing over and over again, is each one is like a clone of the previous one, but there is something different, like the pose is the same, the execution is the same, but the outcome is different. Like every cactus that I've done is typically just pretty much the same type of thing. Like there's nothing really new from them. They're just kind of different. They're just a different voice. I've drawn them in a different like visualization. Like visually they're different, but I'm not trying to reinvent the wheel when I'm doing these. I'm just kind of doing them, and then however they turn out, they turn out. If it doesn't turn out, I'm not too upset, and I'm just glad that I'm able to at least work on them and so forth. So I think this is almost done. What I'm going to do is I'm going to add a little bit of colors from the background. So what I like to do is I like to kind of see these colors, and I try to add a little bit of the colors from the background. So like this Has a little bit of purple, right? A little bit of the purple here. That maybe it doesn't look like that. Who knows? Kind of blend it in a little bit. So forth. Add that in there. And same goes here. Add a little bit of this right here. Maybe not. It doesn't have to be a lot. Just be a little bit. And then what I'll do is maybe I'll add a highlight of sorts using the background color, just to kind of add a little bit more vibrancy to it. Maybe even a little bit of highlight right here, and a highlight right here. Just to kind of make it a little bit more interesting. So forth. Highlight, like a little bit of like reflective light, I guess. And then now I think I'm done. Now time to add the thorns, and we got 4 minutes. And after that, I'm it. That's it, man. We're just gonna add the thorns and call it a day. Using the hard edge, we're gonna find in, and we're just gonna find a dark color. And I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do the same thorns I did last week, which was like the two like prong thorn thing. I think I'm gonna do that. We have that at 12 pixels, like that. Let's do the two prong thorns like I did last time. So kind of. I don't know. Let's see. Let's kind of do something like this. Let's add, or basically V's. I'm just using and making V's. Essentially, just doing a simple little V shape. Why not? It's simple. V, draw a V. And that way it kind of plays on the like overly cartoonish appeal, right? So it really feels like, oh, I'm drawing a cartoon, right? And it's nice. It's a nice solution, right? You're just kind of adding these V's. And they don't have to be good. And that's another thing. There's a nice thing about doing stuff like this where the drawing burden is gone. Like there's no more. There's nothing to worry about. It's all fun and it's all simple. And you could like overly scrutinize them and you could really get very micro about it. But in the end, does that really matter? Probably not. Some people would think it does, but I don't. So we're almost done. We add a V here. Add some V's here, like this. Add some V's here. V's. V. Almost done though. Actually, almost close to 30 minutes, or yeah, about 28 minutes. Really, my doing the thorns takes almost as long as doing like the main body of the cactus, like the cactus part. I'm not talking about like the pot and the sand, but like doing the thorns itself. They can be time consuming. I don't know if I like the way the thorns are kind of positioned. I think it's kind of kishy or like cheesy to some extent, but I probably will like later on come to accept it and kind of appreciate the wonkiness of how I place some of those thorns. But as you can see, I've done like this is gonna be my 155th like cactus drawing. And if you look at my first one and you look at this one, they're similar. Like the texture, the brush strokes are similar because I use the same texture brush, but the outcomes are different. Like it shows how I like kind of like just did a complete 180. They all have like they're all different. Each one of these are different, and I'm not gonna lie that I don't think that I think these are really good. Like I like how they're all different, and I like how they're similar to the first one I ever did, but they're different from the first one I ever did. You know, they have their own. It has their own like it has its own voice. You know, it has. It's just different. You know. So let's go over here. I'm going to sign it on the bottom left using yeah, sign on the bottom left. Maybe you can use like yellow. What if I use pink? No, I want to use yellow. No, let's use like this green. Let's do a green. And we're gonna go ahead and do TMP 22, and it is number 155 out of. Well, I want to do 1,000 days, but I'm not going to put out of 1,000 because I don't want to kind of like etch it in stone and like decree that I'm going to hit 1,000 because that's going to be years from now, unless something changes where I can actually do these every day. It's going to be years and years and years from now. And this is done on day. Let's see. Oh, there's a reason why it looks different. Why is it flowing like that? Wait, we gotta erase all this, by the way. Sorry. Let's go ahead and erase all this. I changed the flow of my brush from 50 to 100. So I was like, why does it look kind of transparent? Let's do it again. There you go. It's more bold. Notice the brush being a little bit more bold. 22, like this. Number, let's see, 0155, and it is day. Day 429. And as I said, I'm a couple days behind, so yeah, I'm a few days behind. So I got for the next few days, I'm gonna be doing I'm gonna be doing 2 to 3 live streams a day. I'm gonna be doing at the bare minimum. I'm gonna shoot for 2 live streams a day to catch up because I missed 3 days during the weekend, and I'm trying to catch up those days, and that's why I'm doing today, which would technically be my Sunday today. Anyways, just want to say thank you so much. I'm gonna turn my time lapse off. Thank you so much for watching tonight's live art stream. This is Pierson here. You are watching the #1 live art stream in the world, and it is day 429. 500 days drawing, and pretty soon we caught up roughly around Thursday. Just want to say thank you so much, and don't forget to hit the subscribe button. It really does mean so very much to me. And I hope to see you tomorrow on my next live art stream. Cheers.